Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to another episode of My Take with Rosh Ya'acob, and this is our special Sabbath version, which is called the Torah Portion. This is the the Torah vitamin. I don't know about the Torah portion. What are you talking about? We want to study the Torah portion. So, for those of y'all who don't know me, my name is Rosh Ya'acob ben Abraham. I'm rabbi at Gethsemane Spiritual Temple Congregation. And again, this is My Take with Rosh Ya'acob. And on this show, we deal with different issues. And it all comes from a Torah perspective. But on today, we have what is known as the Torah vitamin. It's just a vitamin. We just going to do something small and short. As y'all see, some of my shows are very long and some of them are not. But with the Torah vitamin, we want to have something that we can hit in real quick. Just pop it in and then it'll pop out. So I have something just to get you started, to get your Sabbath started, to get you motivated for the Torah portion, to get you motivated for this holy day that we are on, right? So I just want to say Shabbat Shalom to everyone in the building. Of course, Shabbat Shalom to our sister Heart for Serving. She got all the links and everything in the chat. So if you want to link on with us for service, we have service today at 1 o'clock, right? 1 o'clock. 1:30, and we have service today. So if you want to link up for the service, you can link on that link. Or if you don't want to link, you just want to call in, you can call in on the number as well. Also, if you want to get into some of our deep studies, because this is nothing compared to what we do. On Wednesdays, we have Bible study where we really delve into the text. We really delve into the text on Wednesdays at 7:30. So if you want to get there and you want to be able to participate, you want to be able to be a part of it, then you can also use that link as well. So we got a lot of things going on. So I want to give a shout out for her for putting all that stuff inside the chat. So even if you're looking at this on a replay, there's a button you can click where it'll bring up the chat, and you can just click on that link and it will take you right where you need to go. Also today we have at 10:30, which is another reason why I set it up this time, to make sure that I don't spend a lot of time because I got to hurry up and get out. We have Sabbath school where we go through the Torah portion. We go through the whole Torah portion. And not just that, this year we also focus on the Haftarah. So we go through the whole Torah portion, but we specifically focus on the Haftarah. So if you're interested in that, again, the links is on the side, right over there on the side. Just go over there and click on the Lord thing and it'll bring it up, and you can click on that link at 10:30 and it will bring you right up. All right. Also, I want to say Shabbat Shalom to our brother Morris from the next session, always in the building. Shabbat Shalom to Morey Catriel, always doing big things. Sister Anne Marie, Sister Natasha, Shabbat Shalom to you, Akoti. Shabbat Shalom to Kevin in the building. Shabbat Shalom, Aki. And Shabbat Shalom to the pastor for doing all the things that he does. Excellent message today, Pastor. If y'all missed it, he was on. We're affiliated with Philadelphia Baptist Church. Don't let the name fool you. They keep the Shabbat. They keep the holy days. Their organization been around for a long time, and they got this thing on WFBR where they let us come on from time to time to express Torah values and views to you. So just want to give a shout out to them for all that they do, and check it out on your radio. It's 1590 on a radio dial, or if you want to look at if you got any of those radio apps, you could just look up WFBR and it should be on your radio app, and you can just link on from there. And I think that was it. So Shabbat Shalom to anybody else that I don't notice in the building. But those are the ones who said something, so I can see that they're here. And let's go ahead and get started, right? Last night, I was trying to get everything together, and it seemed like my studio disappeared, and I was like, oh my goodness. But thanks be to the Almighty. He showed me that it just was something new that they did, and we are here. All right, so we're going to be talking about Korach. This is Parshat Korach, right? And Parshat Korach, we're going to be dealing with Korach. Now, you might be like, well, who is this person, Korach, and why are we dealing with him, right? Why are we dealing with this person named Korach? Who is he? What did he do? Why does he have a whole Torah portion named after him? Well, Korach was a very important person unto the movement. Pastor did a great job explaining that earlier. Korach was a very important person, as you see, and we're going to get into the text. But he had a problem. And his problem was he didn't like his status. He didn't like his status. And he didn't like some of the things that Moshe was doing, or they perceived that Moshe was doing. So we're going to hop on those different things right now to see exactly what Korach was talking about. All right, so YHWH, Korach, Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahath, Ben Lewi, right? So he got, and he took, right? And he took, who took? Korach. Korach took himself, the son of Yitzhar, the son of Kahath, the son of Lewi, right? So they gave his status. They let you know who Korach was. Korach was not just the son of Yitzhar, but he was the son of Kohath. Kohath is the tribe that Aharon and Moshe come from, right? So they are family, right? So it says he comes from Kohath, and he comes from the Levites, which again is Moshe's family. Now think about that. He comes from them, right? And he's going to team up with some other leaders, right? Dathan and Dathan, right? Aviram and Abiram, B'nai Eliav, right? They are the sons of Eliav, and On, right? So he had On with him, Ben Pelet, the son of Pelet. And all of these guys are B'nai Reuben. They are from the tribe of Reuben. Now, what do we know about the tribe of Reuben? The tribe of Reuben has been sort of skipped over, right? Right? Remember Reuben sat on his father's bed? I know it's a lot of different things. When people look at that, they try to figure out, it says Reuben did something to his father's wife or so forth. And the sages say, no, that's not it. Uncleus. Well, it wasn't Uncleus. It was Jonathan from the Targum. Jonathan. He said, no, he just sat on his father's bed, right? He interfered with his father's business, right? They expected that as soon as Raquel died, that the father would move into the tent of Leah, his mom, who of course they felt like he treated my mom wrong, right? This is unfortunately things that happen within a situation where a man has more than one wife. Some of the other wives are jealous of the other ones. Of course, if all of them had children by him, then they're going to be jockeying to be, the one that he looks at. And of course, they want their mom to be treated with respect. So Reuben felt like it was disrespectful that his father moved his stuff into, I think it was Bilhah. I think that was Rachel's maid servant. He moved his stuff into her tent instead of moving his stuff into his mom's tent to show that she was now the head wife. He moved it into Rachel's servant tent, and it was like he felt like that was disrespectful. So they say, the sages teach that he went in. I know there's gonna be people, this is something I talk about with a lot of the people, they don't like the way the sages interpret this, but the sages say he didn't do what we think he did. He didn't go in there and mess with his father's concubine or his father's other wife. No, he went in there and just sat on a bed to show his defiance, to show that he was against this. And of course, Yisrael, aka Ya'acob, felt like that was disrespectful, and he reprimanded him. When he was handing out the blessings, he reprimanded Reuben for that action, right? He said, you reprimanded for that action, Reuben. So by him reprimanding Reuben for that action, it was like, okay, so throughout this time, it's sort of like they lost their place as the firstborn, because remember, Reuben is the firstborn. So now they're challenging for the position of the right of the firstborn, right? Because Reuben is the firstborn. So it's like, hey, and I'm not sure, but from how it looks like the Thun and Abiram are jockeying for being firstborns of their son, their father, and On is probably the firstborn of his father. So you got all these firstborns fighting, saying, why were we overlooked? Why was we overlooked? Right? I would even argue that the 250 men was firstborns. Now you probably like, what are you talking about? Well, let's get into the text so we can see. Korach took the son of Yisahar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, right? So he take it himself, and the Thun and Abiram and Eliav. I mean, the sons of Eliav, right? So they are the sons of Eliav, and On, the son of Peleth. All of these are the sons of Reuben. So we see why they have a gripe, right? They rose up before Moshe with the men of Bnei Yisrael, number 250, right? So they rose up with these men of the children of Yisrael, and it was 250 of them who were leaders of the congregations, right? These weren't just regular people. These were the leaders of the congregation, those who were called to the meetings, men of prominent name, or as we would say, the men of renown, right? These were supposed to be the respectable men. And Moshe have dealt with these men many times. They was called to the meetings, whatever they called the meetings. These heads of people would come, and these was part of the ones. So this wasn't unlearned people. This wasn't people that didn't know any better. These guys knew pretty well what they were doing. So what does it say? They gathered against Moshe. Right? Vayikahalu al Moshe wa al Aharon wa amaru aleim. Right? They gathered against Moshe and Aharon and said to them, you have taken too much for yourselves. Yeah, you took too much for yourself, Moshe. You're doing too much. Right? And since the entire congregation are all holy, right? Everybody, all of us are holy. You're not just the only one. And Yahweh is in their midst. He's in the midst with all of us. He's not just with you, Moshe. Right? Why do you raise yourselves above the assembly of Yahweh? So he's bringing an accusation. He's saying you taking from the assembly of Yahweh things that you shouldn't. You are usurping some kind of authority that you shouldn't have. Right? Sometimes people feel that way, as Pastor was saying earlier. Sometimes people feel that way with leadership, right? It might be things that they want to do. The leader say, no, I don't think we should do that right now. And y'all will be at the meetings or just in any public sphere, and a person will openly challenge you and talk to you like they've been beefing with you forever. You be looking like, Dad, I didn't know you felt that way. Hey, what's going on? And I can imagine Moshe, this is betrayal. Think about this. Moshe feels betrayed. Moshe feel like I sat and talked with you guys all the time. And you know all the stuff we done. We just got finished going through a rebellion. Remember? The spies that you guys, they probably the ones that instigated that. Like what I tried to tell y'all last week. It's a group of people that was amongst the congregations as they traveled, whose whole goal and idea was we need to go back to Egypt. So no matter what was going on, the end result is we're going to take over and go back to where? Mitzrayim. That's what we got to do. It's always something. We need to take over and go back and do X, Y, Z, right? So here we go again. Just had a rebellion. The 10 spies just last week, right? And we don't know how far along was this, but the people was disgruntled. They was able to get the people together because the people disgruntled because they've been told you're not entering into the land. You guys right here not entering in. All of y'all are going to die out here in the wilderness. Only your children and grandchildren are going to make it in. All of y'all are leaving here because of Tish B'Av, because of that night that y'all cried and whined and said, he want us to die. He didn't take us to a land of milk and honey, right? So now people are disgruntled. They upset. And these guys said, look, we all holy. Get behind me. I'm Korach. I got us. We going back to Egypt. Don't worry, people. We not going to die in this wilderness like he talked about. He took too much on himself. Who we think he is? Because we got to put all that in context about all that stuff happened. And now we're here. So look at what he says. Look what it says. Moshe heard and fell upon his face. Moshe is so humble. Moshe didn't wild out. Like some of us probably would have been like, Negro, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. Moshe didn't do that. It says, YHWH, and when he heard this, YHWH, and when he heard this, Moshe, right, whose hand is Moshe? When Moshe heard this, YFal el panayo, he fell upon his face. He fell upon his face. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Why are they doing this, right? Well, yeah, the better El Korach. And now he's going to speak to Korach and to the entire congregation. saying in the morning. Right? Because they did this in an open forum in front of everybody. So now he's saying in front of everybody, in the morning, Yahweh will make known who is his, who is holy. He will bring close to him, and whoever he chooses, he will bring near to him, right? So he's letting them know this. Now look at the test. I don't know if y'all ever noticed this, right? Look what he says. Zot asu. This is what you should do. This is the test. Zot asu. This is the test. This is what you should do. Take for yourselves fire pans, Korach and his entire congregation, right? Right? What do you mean take fire pans? What are we going to do, Moshe? How are we going to figure this out? Because Korach put it in a way where Moshe had to come up with something that let people know, right? And place fire in them and put incense upon them. So they're supposed to take the fire pans, place the fire in the fire pans, and then put incense on them before Yahweh tomorrow. And it will be the man who will be chosen by Yahweh. He is the Holy One. You have taken too much upon yourselves, sons of Lewi. Like you took too much upon yourselves, sons of Lewi. So was it we took too much on ourselves? No, you took too much on yourselves. Now, what is Moshe doing? What is he doing? What happened the last time somebody took a fire pan, put fire in it, and put incense on it that wasn't authorized to do so? I just want y'all to think about that. What happened the last time somebody did that? They ended up dead. They got burned alive. So Moshe is trying to compel them not to do this. As soon as they heard that should have hit a bell. Wait a minute. Hold up. No, we can't do that, because if we do that and we not the ones that's chosen, guess what? We're going to leave here. We're going to leave here. So Moshe is constantly striving. He's pleading with them, right? Look what it says. While you're married, Moshe el Korach, Shema'u na b'nei Lewi, right? So he says, listen, please, right? Please listen, son of Lewi. Please listen to me. I don't want you to die. You're my cousin. We family. I don't know what beef you got with me. I don't know why you upset right now, but we are family. Don't do this. Don't come out tomorrow with them frying pans. Don't put that fire, that incense on it, because we both know what's going to happen. Right? But he says, we all holy. We all got the Almighty under us, right? You hear that? A lot of times, the ministers or preachers might be preaching a certain word, and somebody say, we all got the Ruach. I got the Ruach. You got the Ruach. The Ruach told that preacher something. The Ruach told me something too. The Ruach told that leader something. The Ruach told me something too, right? So it's like, wait a minute. But you're not the one chosen for this. So what are we doing right now? You're not the one chosen for this. But yet and still, some people still do it. Right? They feel like we on the same level. All us are holy. So Moshe is pleading with him, right? He's pleading, right? It is but penance, right? So let's go to. I'm gonna switch over to the New King James, right? Let's switch over to here real quick, right? So what it says, he says, it is a small thing to you. Is it a small thing to you? Right? Think about this. You already got a position. Let me make this a little bigger for some of y'all in the back. Let me see if is that too big? That's too big. All right. Look at what he says. He says, is it a small thing to you that the Elohim of Yisrael has separated you? So you already separated. You already sanctified. Right? You already separated. You already sanctified. Is that a small thing to you? The Elohim of Yisrael has separated you or sanctified you from among the congregation of Yisrael to bring you near to himself. You're already near to him. To do the work of the Mishkan, to do the work of the tabernacle of Yahweh, and to stand before the congregation and to serve them. You already got a place of prominence. What are you doing right now? And what are you getting these people about to get these people hooked up into? So he's pleading with him. Right? And look what he says. And that he has brought you near to himself. The Almighty brought you near to himself. You and all your brethren, the sons of Lewi. So it's not just you, but the whole tribe of Lewi with you. Are you seeking a priesthood also? What's going on? You seeking a priesthood also? Right? Why does he say that? You remember, the priesthood, well, first off, the Levites are the firstborn, right? And the priesthood would have been made up of Levites was in exchange for the firstborn. Remember, all the firstborn belonged to the Almighty. After the death of the firstborn, when they came out of Egypt, all the firstborn belonged to the Almighty. So all the firstborn was slated to be priests. So this is another reason why I said I believe that most of those 250, if not all of them, were firstborn, because it would have been no need for Moshe to say what he's going to say, right? But let's keep going. I know I'm running out of time, and I ran out of time, but I just want to just get y'all with this before we go. Just get y'all with this before we go. So look at what he says. He and that he has brought you near to himself. Verse 10. He has brought you near to himself, you and all the brethren of the we with you. Are you seeking a priesthood also? Therefore, you and all your company are gathered together against Yahweh. Y'all not gathered against us. Y'all envisioning that it's us, but it's not us. He said, and what is Aaron that you complain against him? Right? So it's not against Aaron. You guys are gathered against Yahweh. He pleaded with Korach. Korach wouldn't listen. Korach did hear him, but Korach didn't respond. Korach still stoic, doing what he want to do, because he's planning on bringing them incense the next day. So what does he do? He goes to the next set of rebels. From the tribe of Reuben, Moshe sent the call to Dathan and Abiram, B'nai Eliav. But they said, we will not come up. They was disrespectful. We will not come up. And listen to this. This is why I say there's a link between not making it into the land. Look what he says. They told him, it is a small thing. Now, wait a minute. The mighty work that the Almighty did to bring them out of Mitzrayim, the mighty work that the Almighty did to get them to this point, and they say it is a small thing, right? He asks Korach, is it a small thing that you done try to get Korach to understand and to plead with him? They're using the same verbiage, but they're using it to insult not just Moshe, but the Almighty. They said it's a small thing that you brought us out of a land flowing with milk and honey. So now they said Egypt is the land flowing with milk and honey. You said we're not going to make it into this land because you can't. And you trying to pretend. And we feel like it's a small thing that you got us out of a real land that got milk and honey to kill us in this wilderness. In other words, what did the Almighty say because of this type of rebellion? What did the Almighty say? Y'all are going to die in the wilderness. But now he's not taking accountability that it's because of what they did. He says that Moshe is going to kill them in the wilderness. that you should act like a prince over us. Right? Real disrespectful. Moreover, you have not brought us to a land flowing with milk and honey, nor given us a inheritance of fields and vineyards. We will put our eyes, the eyes of these men, we will rather poke our eyes out, and we will not come out. We not coming up to you. Real disrespectful. Really, really, really disrespectful. And this where Moshe said, enough is enough. You know what? Y'all want to do this? We going to do that. I tried to spare y'all because I know what's going to happen. If you like these incense, I know what's going to happen. I tried to use that to scare you. Use you deterrent. You're not going to be scared. It says that Moshe was very angry. He was very angry, right? He wasn't just angry. He was very angry. And said to Yahweh, do not respect their offering. Right? He's praying, please don't respect their offering, right? Now, why does he say that? Was he saying it because they was right? He said it because most of these men are the firstborn. And they may not have been obedient to redeem themselves back. See, in order to get out of that status, that holy status of firstborn, you had to give a certain amount of money to redeem yourself back. But if these guys never redeemed themselves back, they're still in that status. So Moshe's not clear. How long has conspiracy been going on? What's happening right now? So, right, please don't accept them. Right? Don't respect their offering. Why? I have not taken one donkey from them, nor have I hurt one of them. And they talk about I'm ruling over them like I'm a prince. And then he says, okay, you got it. Tomorrow you and your company will be present before Yahweh, you and they, as well as Aharon. Let each take his censer and put kataret, incense in it. And each bring his censer before Yahweh, 250 censers. Both you and Aharon, each with his censer. Now, what y'all think happened? I ain't gonna go no further. What y'all think happened? What y'all think happened? The people then got upset with Moshe. I'm going to paraphrase because I don't got time because I done ran out of time, never out of words, right? The people mad at Moshe. They say, you know what? Enough is enough, Moshe. You tricked them. You knew they was going to die. You knew they was going to die. Why would you put them to such a hard test? You knew they was going to die. And the people gathered in the wrong spot. They got too close to the Mishkan. They was in an area they weren't supposed to be in. And they all up in Moshe's face. The whole congregation. All of them. Well, what happened? A plague got sent out immediately because they was in a place they wasn't supposed to be. And with that same incense that they felt was a death sentence, Aharon saved them, the ones that he said he stood before the living and the dead. He stood between the living and the dead. That was a powerful verse. He had the katarat that he stood between the living and the dead. And then they realized it ain't the katarat. It wasn't the incense. These guys really wasn't chosen. And now we done did something we weren't supposed to do, and we all gonna die. And I'm going to leave it to you with that. I'm not going to give you no more. I'm going to let y'all dig in deeper to the Torah portion. It's a powerful, powerful portion. It's one of my favorite portions, as y'all can tell. Very, very powerful portion because it gets you to see. Think about it. Even with the Mashiach, right? When the Mashiach or the Rebbe was doing certain things, it always was somebody there trying to pose against him. Like, who are you? Right? Even one from among the greatest betrayal, Judah Ishcariot, Judah the man from Kariat. What did he want? They said he was a zealot. They said he wanted the war now. He wanted this fighting to happen now. So he said, so when he sold out the Rabbi, he wasn't selling him out because he wanted him to die. He thought in his mind that I can make him fight. He thought if I put him in a situation where he's trapped, it is between his life or death, he's going to choose his life and live, and he's going to bring about the revolution that I'm looking for and the redemption that I'm waiting for if I put him in this position. But guess what? It didn't work. And when he seen that he wasn't going to fight and it wasn't going to work, he said, woe is me, what did I do? And he went back and tried to give him the money back and tried to change the deal, and they laughed at him. Man, he dropped the money there and went and took himself out. And then they didn't say, wow, maybe we shouldn't do that. They laughed and took the money and said, we can offer this. It ain't no law against us offering this blood money to the temple, is it? Real disrespectful. Remember, that was a disrespectful Hellenistic time. I'm just throwing things at you, but I want y'all to think about that. That's one of the greatest betrayals. What did the Messiah say? You betrayed me with a kiss. He kissed him on his cheek. This was brotherly love. This was how they did things. He went and hugged him and kissed him on his cheek. And he said, you betrayed me with a kiss. All right, I'm going to stop. I done went 10 minutes past. I'm going to stop. All right, let's get with our artist of the week. This artist of the week was something that was suggested to us by our chairman. Our chairman suggested this artist of the week. I was surprised. I said, okay, this is Yahanan-Yasharal. And it's a beautiful, beautiful song. And it's called The Prayer of Daniel, or Daniel's Prayer, right? And he's actually singing the prayer of Daniel from Daniel chapter 9. So check this out.
So I set my face to Yahuwah, Aluah, seeking by prayer and plea, with fasting, sackcloth, and ashes, I bowed on bended knee, and I prayed to Yahuwah, my Aluah, made confession and did say, oh Yahuwah, great and awesome, who keeps covenant to those who obey. We have transgressed, we have done crookedly, acted wicked in your sight. We have turned from your commands and refused to walk aright. We did not listen to your servants, the Nabim you did send, to speak to our kings and fathers, that we might turn and mend.
Amen, 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 amen. All right, so Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. That was a beautiful song. Big up to the chairman for suggesting it. If you guys got any songs and stuff from some Hebraic artists that you guys want to hear from, you are free to post it or put it in the chat, put it in the comments, and I will check it out. All right, but that was from him. Daniel's prayer. We see how that prayer from Daniel is still relevant for today. So again, just thank all of y'all again. If y'all want to go to any of the things that I talked about earlier, you can check out the links on the side. And with that being said and done, as became a famous saying of ours, I've not run out of words. but I have run out of time. Shabbat shalom.